Lucas was never the loud kid in class. He wasn't the one with his hand up every 5 seconds. But everyone knew one thing. Lucas was different. He just got things faster than everyone else. Teachers, doctors, engineers, they all saw his potential. They'd say, "This boy is going to go far." But behind the quiet genius, behind closed doors, Lucas was fighting a battle that no one else could see. Every night Lucas would sit at his study desk. His books were open, his dreams were alive, but his phone was always closer. One video would turn into 10, a quick scroll would become an hour, then 2. He wasn't lazy and he definitely wasn't stupid. He was just uncontrolled. Lucas would tell himself, "I study better under pressure." It was his go-to excuse, but the pressure never made him more focused. It just made him more anxious. He was lying to himself, and deep down, he knew it. Time waits for no one, not even for a genius. Days blurred into weeks and weeks just vanished. Lucas still believed he was ahead of the curve. His natural intelligence gave him a dangerous sense of confidence. But here's the thing about reality. It doesn't care about your confidence, it only respects action. While other students were revising and practicing, Lucas was planning to revise and practice. While they were putting in the work, he was postponing it, always saving it for later. He was stuck in a loop of good intentions and zero execution. Then came the day of the exam. The hall was silent, so silent you could hear a pin drop. Lucas stared at the paper. He recognized the questions, he knew the concepts, but his mind was a complete blank. It felt shaky, untrained, like a muscle he'd never used. The answers were buried somewhere deep, but he couldn't access them. When the results were posted, Lucas didn't cry, he didn't shout. He just sat in his room staring at the wall. And for the very first time in his life, he admitted the terrifying truth. My mind doesn't obey me. One evening, Lucas stayed late at school, lost in his own thoughts. An old janitor sweeping the empty hallways noticed him sitting alone. "You look tired, son," the man said, his voice gentle. Lucas looked up and replied quietly, "I'm tired of losing to myself." The old man leaned on his broom and offered a small, knowing smile. "A sharp knife is useless," he said, "if the hand holding it shakes." That one sentence, that simple piece of wisdom, hit Lucas harder than any failure ever had. It wasn't about being smart, it was about being steady. That night, something shifted inside Lucas. He went home and made a set of new rules. No more motivational videos promising instant success. No more searching for shortcuts or life hacks, and absolutely no more excuses. He wasn't going to try and change his entire life overnight. That was the old Lucas. The new Lucas decided to change just 1 hour. He was done with inspiration. It was time for systems. So he began waking up early, not to study longer, that wasn't the point. He woke up early to train his mind. The system was simple. 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute rest. And the most important rule: the phone stayed in another room, completely out of sight and out of reach. When his mind started to wander, and it always did, he didn't get angry or frustrated with himself. He just gently brought his focus back, again and again and again. It was mental weightlifting, 1 repetition at a time. Some days were brutal. The urge to quit was overwhelming. His old habits were screaming at him. Just 1 video. It won't hurt. But Lucas was learning something profound. Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about choosing discomfort now to avoid regret later. Slowly but surely, the silence in his room became comfortable. Focus stopped feeling like a chore and started feeling normal. He was building a new foundation, brick by painful brick. Months went by, and then a subtle but powerful change occurred. The panic that used to grip him before an exam was gone. He no longer relied on last-minute cramming or the hope that his talent would save him. He trusted his preparation. He trusted the system he had built. When the next major exam arrived, Lucas walked into the hall calmly. There was no fear, no rush, just a quiet sense of control. He was ready. When the results came out this time, Lucas didn't celebrate loudly. He didn't need to. His name was right there on the top of the list. His teachers were shocked. His friends crowded around him asking, "What changed? What's your secret?" Lucas just smiled and gave a simple answer. "I stopped negotiating with my mind." He had finally understood that willpower isn't about fighting your urges. It's about making a decision once and sticking to it. Years later, as a successful professional, Lucas wrote a line in his personal notebook that summarized his entire journey. It read, "Talent gives you speed. Discipline gives you direction." He no longer thought of himself as special or a genius. He saw himself as something far more powerful. He was dangerous because he had learned how to focus when everyone else was distracted. So if you're watching this and you feel smart but stuck, if you know exactly what you need to do but can't bring yourself to do it, remember Lucas. Your mind is a powerful tool, but it's meant to be your servant, not your master. Train it every single day. Build your systems, be patient, and one day you won't even have to look back because your future will be thanking you for the work you're putting in today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.